he's taking the test and all that. And the doctors sum it up to be, he's just smart. It has nothing to do with the quirk. And then while they're at it, they test him for a quirk. But it turns out that he does not have a quirk. Period. So Anko's really saddened by this. And so is Deku's dad. Because I'm going to say Deku's dad is not off at work. I'm going to say Deku's dad is one of the highest engineers. Like, he makes the best hero course, or hero support items in the world. And he's a scientist. So, when he hears this, he's saddened by this, and he wants to help his son become the hero he always wanted to be. And my dog's about to try and sneak up on that dog. That's a fail. Give it up. You're not going to be able to sneak up on him. He's looking directly at you. Like I was saying. So, when they get home, without him even asking Deku if he wants to make something to help him become a hero, Deku has already ran off to Dagobah Beach. So Deku's dad runs off after him. And when he gets there, Deku has already made a leg piece. And he's making a suit. So Deku's dad walks up and he tells Deku everything he did wrong. So he told Deku, "Do you want to be a hero?" And Deku says yes, and if I can't be a hero, then I will become the strongest person in the world. And I will make people bow down to me in respect. Because if they don't respect me, then I will make them respect me as the strongest person in the world. Without a quirk. Deku's dad's a little bit shocked by this, but he understands it. He's angry that he didn't get a quirk, and, with Bakugo bullying him and all that, it's respectable. So, Deku's dad says, how about we take a trip to my work? So they take a trip to Deku's dad's work, and Deku is just amazed with all the technology and all of the pro heroes that are here and all the scientists that are here. And then his eyes gaze over to one object. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry, where was I? Like I was saying, his eyes gaze over to one object, and it's a mask. It's still being made, but it's a cool-looking mask that's able to transfer one's essence into another. It has a thermal lens on it. It's able to see through walls, and most importantly, it's able to take a hit from a truck that's going maybe 200 miles per hour. That's how fast it's able to take a hit from a truck. So, Deku is just fascinated by it. And he's also fascinated by it because it looks awesome. It looks so cool. So, he asks his dad, what is this thing? And Deku's dad explains it and how it's not fully completed, but then Deku says, I want that to be part of my hero equipment. And then Deku's dad is like, alright, let's go make you a suit. So they are making the suit to where it can not only absorb power out of people, but it can store that power, and it can unleash that power into an attack. And it can also fire lasers. It gives its host superhuman abilities and super speed and a tiny bit of teleportation. Just a tiny bit. And it also gives telekinesis. And it also has its own, basically in-suit shield, I guess you could say, to protect its host. So, Deku's dad is you will need to train in order to use this suit. So Deku, from 4 years old to maybe 10 years old, has been training. And Deku's dad, because, they're super rich. Deku's parents are, super rich. Deku's dad sends him off to a mountain where it's basically, it can get to around as cold as the Himalayas, but the world's best martial artists are up there. So, Deku has not only been training in the harsh tundra, but has also been taught how to use martial arts by the best martial artists in the world. And he's also worked out a bunch. So when he heads back, he's able to wear the suit. The suit automatically kind of adjusts to the user's height, the user's body width. Oh gosh, what are you eating? What are you eating? I don't know. Sorry, I'm out here walking around my pool. And my dog was eating something. So yeah, this isn't canon for the Doom's Doctor Doom, but I'm just going to say, for the sake of this, that it's able to adjust to the user's size. So, automatically it fits like a glove for Deku. So, then Deku and Deku's dad go out for a field test, and it works perfectly. Nani? Okay, sorry. So, Deku goes out for a field test against his dad, because his dad is, I'm gonna say, the third best hero, because of not only his support gear, but because of his ability and how he's able to use his quirk. I'm not gonna say he's above Endeavor, because fire breathing isn't really going to be any better than Endeavor's, which literally consumes him. So, Deku is testing out his ability, and then, his dad shoots his strongest fire at Deku, but then Deku dodges it, grabs his father by the face, and absorbs all of his dad's power, and then throws him to the ground. And Deku just feels this course of power flowing through him. And then when Deku's dad is getting up really loopsy, oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that. Deku shoots all the power he just absorbed, and puts all that power into a laser and shoots it at his dad, shooting Deku's dad through a wall, and all the way across. I'm gonna say this training field is the size of maybe 4 football fields, and he was launched all the way across the entire width of the field, and then through a wall. And Deku's dad is immediately knocked out by this. And Deku is amazed with the amount of power this thing has. But he knows if he can't become a hero with this power, then he will force his way into the rankings. I'm gonna say Deku is not as nice in this what if because, you know, he has to fit in with Dr. Doom's abilities. So, with Dr. Doom's personality. Dr. Doom's personality is a mix of, if I'm not allowed to do this, then I will do this. Or, it's like, if you won't let me do this, then I'll find a way around it, basically. He, doesn't do things out of pure evil, but he doesn't do things out of pure, goodness. So, yeah. Now we're going to fast forward to the end of middle school. And, you know, Deku's walking to his class. I'm gonna say Deku always keeps a gauntlet with him, because that gauntlet would just allow him to, you know, use some of his abilities, like his power absorber and his laser, and then, you know, his super strong punch. He always keeps one with him when he is not in full character. So, you know, Deku's walking there, and these kids walk up to him, and they're like, "What is that on your hand, Deku?" And then they start laughing at him, and they're like, "What happened? Did you lose your hand?" And then Deku shoots a laser at one of them, almost going straight through them, but it only gave them burns because he didn't shoot a full powered blast, or not a full powered blast, but even a powered blast is just kind of there to sting them. So no, they run away scared. So he gets to class, and class starts, and can't let my phone turn off. And hold on, guys. So, you know, the teacher's teaching, and now we're gonna skip to the end of that class. And Deku is like, or not Deku, the teacher's like, "Alright, it's time to decide future-wise. What do you guys want to be when you grow up?" So then he throws the papers in the air and says, "Who cares? I know you all want to be heroes." And then they all start using their quirks, and then Bakugo is like, "Don't put me in a class with any of these B-listers." And everyone gets mad at Bakugo, and then the teacher walks out of the room, and Deku's like, whatever. The teacher didn't say anything about Deku being in or signing up for UA, because he didn't want Deku to be bullied because he doesn't have a quirk. So, you know, then when Bakugo is walking out, he sees the papers and sees Deku signed up for UA. So he grabs Deku and slams him into a wall. And Deku's was thinking about grabbing Bakugo by the face, absorbing his power, slamming him through a desk, and then running off. But he didn't do that. He was waiting to see what would happen. And Bakugo's like, "What were you thinking, you dang nerd? You'll never get anywhere in life, because you will never become a hero. Only people with quirks can become a hero." And then Deku's like, "Anyone can become a hero grabs Bakugo by the face, and Bakugo's like, "What are you doing, you dang nerd?" He's about to blow up Deku's face. And then Bakugo just kind of feels really drowsy and kind of passes out for a moment. And then Deku puts his foot down and slams Bakugo into a desk. And he focuses all the power he just drained into a laser, and he's ready to fire it at full blast when Bakugo attempts to attack him again. So he's slowly backstepping out of the class. Then Bakugo gets back up, and he's like really droozy, like it's almost like he's drunk, but he's not. And he's like super tired, so he can hardly stand. And he like slowly walks towards Deku, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, Deku. I'm gonna kill you." With small little explosions going off in his hand. Like really small. Like little sparks. And then he throws his hand at Deku with the little sparks. And nothing comes out other than one little spark. But Deku dodged it either way. And then he let off the laser into Bakugo's face, almost sending Bakugo through the roof. But it didn't. Then Deku walked out of the classroom with his hands behind his back. Like, almost like a rich person would do. I mean, he is kind of a rich person. So while he's walking home, he gets attacked by the sludge villain. And the sludge villain attempts to grab him, but he does grab him. But as soon as he grabs him, he feels this hot presence underneath his head. And then a laser goes straight through his body, leaving a giant hole in his chest. And then the sludge villain kind of slugs over to the side of the tunnel. Then he tries to go in for some attacks with his tentacles. Sorry, my dog. But he's met with a punch. It's a strong punch, but not like a Detroit Smash. And he's like, "What were you thinking about doing, kid?" But then, Deku, like, jumps back, or, like, teleports back, and then shoots a laser. Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. So then he launches another laser at the sludge villain. And then All Might arrives, and Then All Might arrives, and he's like, "I am here." And Deku, like, goes fanboy a little bit. And then All Might Detroit smashes the villain. And then scoops him up in a jar and jumps off. Deku doesn't care about his answer, so he doesn't grab onto his leg. And All Might doesn't lose the sludge villain like he did in original continuity. Shut up. So yeah. And then, Deku goes home, the sludge villain doesn't escape. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this episode off here. Sorry for pausing it so many times. and for my dogs barking. I probably should have paused once they started barking, so I'm super sorry about that. But if you did watch till the very end, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and then United States of smash the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. And if you guys think I need to redo this, just tell me in the comment section, because I did pause a little bit. I mean, like when I say pause, like I paused the actual video, and then there were the dogs barking. I'm sorry about that, but that shouldn't affect the story a lot. So yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, don't forget about the challenge. There are 2 All Might action figures somewhere on the screen.